Part 2 involves using a spreadsheet to do the calculations on your data. So the very first thing you have to do is go to the Google Classroom and open up the spreadsheet that we have with this assignment, and it's going to ask you to make a copy, so do that. Now in that spreadsheet you have to do a few things. First of all, look at your math book, because that's what you're going to use to put things into your spreadsheet. You need to first type up some labels in your spreadsheet. Okay, you're going to need a row for your machine, and you're going to need columns for all of your trials and all of the mean, mode, median, all of your analyzed data. Everyone has to have its own column. You need to show that you can try and organize this table really clearly so that you can communicate your findings to someone else. You're actually marked on how well you organize this sheet, so make sure you do that clearly. Once you've done your labels, you need to take the data that you worked out in your math book and you need to type it in, okay, straight from your handwritten sheet. Type it all up. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to actually get the spreadsheet to go and redo some of your own calculations, sort of like a double check. But you're not going to have to do it for absolutely every one of them. I want you to do it for just three calculations. So you need to look at your analyzed data cells. By that I mean the ones that are the mean, the median, the mode, the range, or the kinetic energy. I want you to pick just 3 of these. Okay, 3 of them. Really wrote that badly there, so let's make that nice and fancy. 3 of them. Okay, so any 3 you want. Okay, the more difficult the equation, the better the mark, so think about that before you pick the easiest. Okay, so pick 3 of them, and I want you to actually take their cells and I want you to fill them in with some color so that we know that that's the cell you've chosen to type equations into. So I'm going to get you to fill them in, and I'm going to flip to the next page so you can see what I mean. So here's a spreadsheet here. We've got mean, median, mode, range, and kinetic energy. I'm going to get you to use the fill button on your spreadsheet to pick 3 of these ones that you're going to type calculations in for. Okay, and it can be any 3. And then what I want you to do then is you're actually going to go in and you're going to type into those cells the equation. So remember, you're learning this actually in your ICT lessons, but essentially you're going to go to that cell and you're going to click equals, and you're going to overwrite the data you've put in there, because you're actually going to write the equation telling it, this spreadsheet, how to work out the mean or the mode or whatever you've chosen to work out. You have to type the equation in there instead of just a number, and I need you to do that 3 times. Okay, so you can prove you can put equations into a spreadsheet. Okay, you are marked on how you do those equations. So that brings us to the end of that very long task, task 6. That's going to be taking you the rest of the entire week to actually get that finished. When you finally do get through writing it out by hand, analyzing your data by hand, putting it into a spreadsheet, trying to get it to calculate things for you, and inserting a picture of your spreadsheet in there as well, the next thing you have to do after that is simply answer these questions here. You need to look at your trial runs, the ones that you did in task 3, and talk to me about whether or not there were significant improvements between the data that you had in your trial 3 run, now a task 3 run. Remember, that's where you hadn't yet really started to try and control your variables. And this run, where you tried to control your variables, you've practiced it, and even when you had some trials that went really bad, you went and redid them to get better data. Was there significant improvements in how reliable your data was now that you started to control your variables and do the tests in a better manner? Can you talk to me about how you think the values in your data from task 6 to task 3. So we're comparing this task, task 6, versus the task 3 data. What pieces of data, like the mean, the mode, the median, the range, talk to me about what data you've used to decide whether or not task 6 is better or not than task 3. Okay, how did you make a decision about whether it was better or worse? Justify it for me using data. Okay, that's the last bit that you need to do for your task 6. It's a long task, it's quite a doozy. Don't get too frightened with it, just take it bit at a time, and by all means come back and listen to this video bit by bit to help talk yourself through each one of the steps carefully. Good luck.